in boxing. Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone, old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, Bob Arum talks about reducing pay-per-view from $80 to $40 due to the coronavirus and the effect that it's probably going to have on the economy for quite some time. But first, we're going to talk about Terence Crawford refusing to fight Kell Brook without an audience. Let's get into it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And yeah, obviously it affects his money because they don't have the gate to do so. So it wouldn't generate the money that they wanted to, that he would want to fight. He said they would have to pay him extra to fight without fans. And, you know, the article I was reading, Boxing News 24, something like it could be 1 to 3 years he can wait. The thing about Boxing News 24, they able to fish and get a lot of good stuff, but their opinion absolutely is garbage. I mean, whoever is giving their opinion with those articles, it sucks. All right, they do a great job of fishing and getting the information and putting it in manuscript. Salute to that editor or people who do that, but their opinion over there is absolute trash. It's one of the worst opinions in boxing, even worse than Blue Blood Sports TV, all right? He the worst YouTuber I've ever seen in my life. But he wouldn't have to wait that long. You know, performers are not going you know, be able to wait 1 to 3 years, and that's sports performers, and that's music artists as well too. But if they want to wait it out, could be the end of 2020, could be the beginning of 2021. And like I said before, this is going to be an issue outside of the zone and outside of places that's going to pay huge site fees to have these fighters fight. People think they about to roll into Teofimo and Lomachenko and they're going to roll into Wilder Fury 3. That's not going to be able to unveil or materialize until they have fans in the stands. It's too important to the gate. Now, you would think that Crawford and Kell Brook would be a regular fucking fight on ESPN, you know. And if it's a regular fight, the network can front the money. And my whole thing is putting that on pay-per-view is just, you just trying to keep up with the Joneses. And they can't keep up. Bob Arum is not willing to keep up with Premier Boxing Champions or DAZN when it comes to throwing money in the trash can. Okay? He'll do it for Loma. He'll do it for Fury. He lost money with Fury. He lost money with Loma plenty of times in fights that he's hosted, especially the Corolla fight. And they probably lost money in the Pedraza fight. But he ain't willing to lose no money on Crawford. Crawford and Kell Brook should be a studio fight or a fight without fans in the stands because it shouldn't take that much money to make that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pay-per-view fight. But when everybody overpaying fighters, trying to keep up with the zone, trying to keep up with Al, overpaying fighters, you know, it just makes no sense in my opinion. But if they want to wait to put it on pay-per-view and reduce the price, which I get there, that's all on them. I'm not arguing. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. It's funny how people's opinions, you know, bother people so much. Even before the quarantine, before niggas had too much time to think, people's opinion bother people so much, and people make videos like, come on. Shout out to everybody that create original content on YouTube. You know, everybody that create real original content. You know, a lot of people wonder why their channels don't grow. It's because motherfuckers base their channels on hate. They base their channels on what another nigga say. If I want to hear what another nigga say, you know, on their channel, I can just go to their channel. Shout out to the original content creators that create original content. Even the ones I don't like. Because originality is something that's not of this era no more. Like I was saying in the LeVar Ball video, all they do, what did my man say, remake is the new original. But it's up to Crawford. He'll be 33 this year, I believe. He ain't already 33. If he want to take a tune-up, which is going to be a lot of tune-ups. Everybody say, I can't wait to boxing come back. Oh, it's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of tune-ups. A lot of mandatory defenses. It's going to be different to have a studio atmosphere. And I ain't pressed. I ain't going to be pressed until boxing start delivering premier fights. But, if Kell Brook ain't willing to take a pay cut, Crawford ain't willing to take a pay cut, Crawford ain't willing to go over there to fight him, it makes me no different. It's not even a fight I want to see. But what I will say is, it shouldn't be no pay-per-view fight. And I said that from the beginning. But it's nothing that he can do. He can't get the opponents that he want to get in there. Nobody going to be able to get the top fights. Because it's not going to be a gate. Unless you put it in Saudi Arabia, or unless Vegas Vegas or Jerry World pay a site fee. And if that was the case, we should have got a lot of the big fights already. Vegas should have put a huge site fee up for AJ and Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Jerry World should have put a huge site fee up for Crawford and Spence. So if they wasn't putting site fees up, huge site fees up for these fights to begin with, in the epidemic or, post the epidemic with the economy crashing, they ain't putting that money up right now. And that's the God honest truth. So that's on Crawford. I'm not against his decision. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you straight out, I don't care about him fighting Kell Brook. They don't make my Saturday night or they don't break it. But Bob Arum was talking about reducing pay-per-view to $40 from $80, saying they could do more homes and kind of taking the UK route, where the UK, they were charging £20 and now they went up to just £25. And, they hoping more people will buy it if pay-per-view is slashed in half. And usually Al Heyman and those guys don't like to play with the church's money. But you got to try something different. And Bob Arum been trying to reduce pay-per-view for a minute. He tried to reduce it for Wilder Fury 2. And the fighters didn't agree to it, or Al didn't agree to it. And that's the issue. So, I think they should reduce it. They should just get rid of pay-per-view. Because these fighters, you overpaying, ain't nobody profiting off of it. It ain't fruitful. Demetrius Andrade, he goes to the zone and he still can't get Canelo. Errol Spencer, Premier Boxing Champions, he still couldn't get Keith Thurman. So you overpaying fighters to fight bum bashes, and you got them on your side of the street, and you still can't make the fight everybody want to see. It's just the point. It's just some Texas Hold'em type shit. It's just I got this fighter and just build. And through the building the fights up, they lost a lot of fans. Pay-per-view should be obsolete. It should be abolished. It shouldn't even be a thing in boxing. Because they're not turning over no profits. The biggest pay-per-view they had outside of Mayweather, Pacquiao, or De La Hoya type of pay-per-view like that, or Canelo, it flopped. $800,000 for $80 a pop, whatever it was. They guaranteed the fighters $30 million a piece. It flopped. They lost money still, with Fox and ESPN joining forces. It was a flop. They were talking about 2 million pay-per-views, 2.5 million. It flopped. They don't think Crawford and Spence can do well. So if you don't think these pay-per-views can do well, then, what is the success? They're trying to make 300,000 new million. You can't. Even if you double it up. If you double the old $50 pay-per-view model, they was doing $1 million just per se for $50. You double 300,000, that's still 600,000. It still ain't enough. You double, you double, we got 300,000 pay-per-view at $80 a pop. It's not enough. You go $50 a million, you still making more money than you making at $80 at 300,000 a pop. Excuse me, a little tired. So they should just get rid of the pay-per-view model, take the pay scale down, the competition to get better, and these dudes want to fight the top level fighters, then they get the top level pay. They get the top level guarantee. But everybody trying to keep up with the Joneses, everybody trying to indirectly compete with each, company. PBC, the Zone, Top Rank, and fighters getting paid for low risk and with a high reward fight. Forget reducing the pay-per-view to $40. Get rid of it. Get rid of that model. Get rid of that model until you got a pay-per-view worthy fight that's gonna guarantee you $1 million. But if they reduce it to 40, that's just $20 more than I pay at the movie theater. But Let me know what you guys think. I'll link all those article links in the description. If you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, keep sharing the videos. All the links in the description. Social media, if you need to reach out, hit me up. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video. I'll link those articles in there so you can check it out. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. Don't forget to check out my other channels. Motor City Sports Talk, my Detroit channel, and the backup channel for Goodfella Sports TV, Goodfella Sports TV 2.0. One time for the one time we go.